Hello, welcome back to ALW Collectibles. Today we're taking a look at the final figure for the Transformers Special Edition Golden Lagoon set. This being Soundwave. And each one of these figures are amazing. I've done the videos in the way they were released. If they were released single, I've done them single. If they come in a group set, I've done a group set. Soundwave, of course, released by himself. He was released in February of 2019. Almost 7 years ago, and I actually got him when he came out. So it's really cool. So as you can see, this is what you get with the set. You get Soundwave himself, his headmaster, Sound Blaster, his shoulder cannon, his, as I throw it, rifle, let's take a quick look at Sound Blaster himself. And he does look really cool. He's a miniature Soundwave. He's got the tape deck chest, speakers on his feet, Soundwave style face. It's kind of hard to see it. Does have little thumbs on his hands. And he's got the Soundwave head on his back. Of course, vacuum gold and gold plastic. And he comes with, this to me is still one of the most unique accessories ever released. This is his spotlight / sled. And of course you can still store. I'm going to borrow the original Soundwave's head to do this because I don't want to scratch up the other one. He's a pain in the butt to do it. But he stores in here. And now he's not going to do it. Never mind. Never mind. Soundwave would say, abandon ship, abandon ship. Alright, that didn't work. Has a play pause button here. It's a battle sled. He does sit in there at least. And you can't see any of that above camera view. Wow. So, and it does attach to Soundwave in various modes. So that's a spotlight and sled, which also goes in the tape deck. By pushing this button right up here, that opens, and that just travels right on down and sits right in his chest. And this, of course, is Soundwave himself, and this mold to me is really special. I think it looks really nice, particularly due to the fact that he is a triple changer. He is a cassette player, a robot, and a bass mode. We're going to look at the bass mode real quick. Little bit of note on that. There are pieces that are missing from this one versus the original Soundwave, and I will take note of that. So let's first look at his boombox mode. This is very unique. Normally you get speakers and stuff, but it's all detail. And I think the chrome gold looks really nice, and you can store his weapons on him by doing that, and his headmaster component can actually stand, push that down right up here, and now he's going to fight me. Normally he stands up there. Oh, this has got to be the comic video of the lifetime. So he's supposed to stand on that peg back there. He's not doing it. I'm not ruining it. On that peg right there. So you can store all his equipment and his headmaster on him in this mode. And there's the top of the radio. On the bottom. So let's take this stuff off. And the first transformation we're going to do is into his base mode. And from this mode is the easiest. He comes packaged in robot, so I'm doing it a little differently. So the first thing I'm going to do is these front pieces. I'm going to pop it forward and just bring it down like so. Same thing here. Pop it forward and bring it down. So now he looks like that. Next, I'm going to come to the back. I'm going to unpeg his hand. And this side already did it for me. I'm going to turn it around again. I'm going to bring this forward. This like this. And then I'm going to bend his arm. Bring it up at an angle. I'm going to bring out this weapon. So that's what it looks like there. Same thing. Turn forward. Bring forward. Bend. And you'll see the weapon right here. I'm going to have to get my cheat tool and be very, very gentle. There we go. Like so. Now we're going to come to the leg assembly. We're going to open the leg up. Oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry. I'm going to take the foot part and bring that out. And bring it around like that. Because that exposes 2 pegs here. We're going to come to the back. I'm going to flip this part of his foot up. Like so. And during transformation, somehow, one of his hip sockets got a little messed up. So I got to fix that. Or this isn't going to transform right. There we go. There we go. Sorry about the confusion. So you want the hips so that the pin is in the front. Like so. And mine was not lined up properly. You see the little pin right there? You want that pointing forward. So same thing on the other side. Take the foot, bring it out on this. This is a double hinge. You're going to bring it around. Come to the back. Flip the panel up. You're going to open the chest plate. Pull this out. Now in here there's a second piece of glass, plastic, going to flip it up like that. And this has a crossbar member which is going to attach right to the top. And that is Soundwave in his base mode. And you can put his weapons on him. Shoulder cannon. You can go into either one of these 2 front pegs. I would suggest doing it gently because you don't want to scratch it. And his blaster. You can go in either corner. And his headmaster. You can go anywhere. There's a 2mm peg. You got pegs here. Peg back here. Peg up here. Peg up here. Set him in here. Like so. Any way you want to do that. Of course, this is the Electrum covered version from the Golden Lagoon episode of Transformers Season 2, Episode 25. And I like the base mode. The difference between this one, we'll just bring him in real quick, and this guy, is the original one here has tracks that'll come off here and attach to other bases. So you don't get those 2 pieces on the inside. Soundwaves, you're not inferior. Just stand off to the side for a few minutes, please. Stay. Excuse me, got the hiccups a little. So if you look at it, it looks really sharp. And he still does have pegs that you can hook other bases to. My fear with that, though, is you're going to scratch this coating up really bad in the process. So I've never done it. You got one set here, one set here. And like I said, normally there's a ramp on each side. You can't see a thing. I just realized my camera is not at the right angle for that. I am so sorry. So you see this gap here is supposed to be a flip-out ramp there. And a flip-out ramp here. But you still have the connector parts here and here. So my fear would be scratching the daylights out of it doing that, so I've never done it. Now we're going to bring it to his robot mode. And actually from base mode, it's actually really easy. So we're going to take this stuff back off. And we will put all this back on him afterwards. First thing we're going to do is flip this down, because it can actually catch on this and break. And close that. We're going to close these up. Next, we're going to work on the legs. So you're going to pop this hinge out. Like so. And it will clip in back there. You're going to keep his foot. You're going to just bring it in so that pin is right there. And this is going to plug right into that. And this is just going to fold over. And these two tabs are going to tab in here and here. And all you're going to do on the end is flip out this toe and flip that in. And then you're just going to set his leg. That's one. Same thing. Bring it out. This pin to that spot. After you bring this in, make sure to keep that pressed against the frame. And you may need to finagle that a little bit. Make sure it plugs in. Those two spots to those two spots. As you see, mine just moved as soon as I did that. Right in. Flip the toe out. Bring that piece in. Turn at the thigh. Bring the leg down. We are almost done. Whoop. Bring this up. We're going to bring his arm down. I'm going to flip out his hand. Bring his arm down. Flip out his hand. I'm going to come to the back to this gold piece. I'm going to open that if it will let me open it. Ah. And I'm going to bring out the gold helmet in the back. It's kind of hard to see that. Close. I'm just going to set the helmet there. I'm going to take the handle, bring it back. I'm going to set his arms. I'm going to take his headmaster and fold him up. I'm going to open this up. There's the plug, and that's where the feet are going to sit. There's a little spot on the back of his feet for that notch. Like so. And then we're going to bring this right over the top and fold it in. And there is Soundwave in his robot mode. And he does look cool. I'm hoping it comes across camera like that. For some reason, mine is like really tilting and he doesn't want to stand even. Normally he stands pretty evenly, but today he just doesn't want to do that. I'm trying to fix it for you so he stands a little better, but nope. He is going to fight with me. Alright. I have to do a little cheat here. I don't like doing that, but there is Soundwave in his robot mode. And he does look awesome. And what I do before I put them back in the display case is I do take a cloth and I wipe off all the oils off the plastic. Just so it doesn't corrode through it or ruin it. Let's take a closer look. You have the Decepticon symbol there, his inner workings for the cassette there. Nice detailing work. Hopefully the lighting isn't blinding it out too much. Thing is with the detail with him, the gold kind of like kills it a little bit, but still makes it look awesome. Articulation. Head will go all the way around. And there's no side to side or anything. So it gives a partial exorcist. Shoulder. Out. Elbow. And wrist. Nothing at the waist. Cap moves. He's got a decent front boot. Back boot. No. Because of this piece back here, he does do the splits very well. Obviously for transformation. Thigh rotation. Knee bend is pretty decent. And as you saw earlier, he does have ankle tilts, which mine today is just not working with me. And you can actually put all his accessories on him. Again, his battle sled. Push that button. Goes back in his chest. His cannon using that plug back here. And this plug back here. And his blaster. His rifle. Soundwave just does not want to cooperate with me today. And so we get a comparison look. There he is. And his other Soundwave is doing the exact same thing, except he's leaning the other way. One's leaning in, one's leaning out. This is funny. Oh. So you can see the detail work. Sorry. Is really nice. Exact same toy, just different coloration. It really is bothering me that he's doing this on this video. It really is. Wow. I don't know why he's standing so crooked. But yeah, this has been Transformers Golden Lagoon from 2019. Soundwave. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Did you like the Golden Lagoon episode? Were you interested in any of the toys? I've seen them available, sometimes at a good price, sometimes not, just depending when you catch them. This has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to all the channel subscribers. I appreciate it very much. I hope you had a fun time on the live stream. I'll catch you next time. I got more videos to make. He's going back to his case. You have a good day.